Along the Fraser with Jack Emberley. A recent documentary called Silent Risk covers the issues of flooding in Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows, BC. Jack Emberley revisits the dam with a local city councillor.
So I'm talking to Maple Ridge Councillor Joseph today. He has seen the video of the Silent Risk, Atmospheric Rivers and the Alouette Dam on YouTube from Iron Horse Media. And I suggested he might want a tour of the Alouette River going up from Maple Ridge Park, and he was happy. He said he was delighted to go. So we went up there and spent some time at various places along the river, which helped create the flood of 2021 last year. And it was he said it was an education for him, and he was very grateful for being invited to take that trip. So I expect that we probably will hear certain things from him in the future. Here he is on our trip today. So the problem is, if the water does go over there, that's underneath, then it causes this cracking sometimes, and the jacket cracking, and then the jacket lifting up, right? So then you get There used to be 3 gates. Yeah. Now there's one floodgate. That's on the other side. You have to walk down there to see that, I guess. But you know, this is the top of this free front river. It's 125 meters above sea level. Yeah. And that's Hydro's license allows them to have water up to that level.
All the way up to the very top.
Yeah.
And so there's very little room for error. Very little room for the water that's coming in.
Especially today when you get these atmospheric rains that don't amount to coming, right?
And they come severely. I mean, we're seeing more frequent, more severe weather events, and one would think that we need to have that level of buffer and be prepared for what's coming.
Yeah, it's called freeboard.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Clayton also calls it a hole. I didn't know what he was talking about for a long time. He says there's not a big enough hole there. And it's freeboard. You know, it's like in a bathtub. You know, you don't fill it right up to the top. You say, turn the thing off, you know, at a certain level.
Yeah.
Because when you sit in it, it's going to come in.
The water, yeah, well, right.
And there's only one plug. Let it out, right? So sometimes you have to act quickly. Because, well, as Robson says in the video, when they let water out, they're losing money. You see Hydro. Water, the higher it gets, the more volume they've got coming out the tunnel.
The faster the turbines spin and generate power. So
it's all money. Follow the money.
Follow the money, indeed. But then how much money are they putting back into the community?
Well, they're not putting in a fish ladder. They've resisted that. For decades and decades, they wouldn't even put enough water through the dam for salmon to spawn in the river.
And they're certainly not putting money in for emergency preparedness or flood mitigation.
No. They have one interest, and the province has allowed it, and municipalities have allowed it, and nobody's shouted, no, this should not be happening anymore. In Washington State, they're being much wiser about their old dams now. They're making sure that they're fish friendly. They're doing things to them to make up for the mistakes they made. They're not doing it here. So the tour's over. We've gone from Mike Lake. We've looked at Millionaire Creek. We've been at Maple Ridge Park. Looked at the water there. I'm with Councillor Joseph from Maple Ridge, and you know.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity and to come out here and get the education that I've received today is quite an eye-opener, and now I know. I've seen it firsthand, and I've always known that we need to do something, not only to restore the fish habitat along the Alouette and have fish come back to Alouette Lake, but now the flood issue and seeing this giant log that's sitting there and how the water has come over last November, I believe, 2021.
Yep.
And this, yeah, we need to do better, that's for sure.